You'd think solving mysteries would bring you closure, that closing the loop would comfort and quiet your mind, but it never does. The truth always disappoints. Quote from the novel, Turtles All the Way Down by author John Green. Welcome to Grimly.
Okay, we are recording.
We're recording.
We are recording. I always like to sneak it up on you. How has your holiday season been so far?
Busy.
Yeah.
Busy with work, but I've got 2 more work weeks and then like a holiday break after Christmas. So just
Like that kind of standard between Christmas and
yes,
New Year's Eve. Yeah. I've never really been a Christmas person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it putting you in a worse
No.
state of mind? Are you anti-Christmas?
I'm not like anti-Christmas. I think Christmas is great for kids.
Okay.
But
sure.
I think as an adult, it's just like there's a lot of added stress to people's lives and the build up and like the decorations and like, I don't know. I think I'm a Halloween person.
I knew you were going to say that. I was like, so she peaks at Halloween and then it's all sort of like downhill from there.
Really bottom out of Valentine's Day. I'm just deep in my seasonal depression.
We live in Washington State, so
yeah, it's been
we all have that.
Fucking raining for a week and a half.
Yeah, my cat gets seasonal depression as well because he can't go outside in the rain or he doesn't enjoy the cold.
Yeah, it's been hard having a really active, hyper dog.
Really?
In this.
Yeah.
I'll take him outside, but it just, I mean, I'm cold. I can tell, like, he's like a fucking hot, wet mess. He doesn't care, but I care,
sure.
You know, because then he wants to sit on the furniture, and he's just gross and dirty, and yeah, I can't bathe him every day.
Ooh, that dog ownership is a challenge.
It's definitely a downside of dog ownership. Everything else is great. Obviously, I love that dog, but like,
of course.
You know, he's
shout out Coleman.
Shout out to Coleman at home. So sad right now because he's not here. For sure.
All right, what are we talking about today?
Yes, so what are we talking about today? So the topic today is definitely not as convoluted as last week.
Okay.
It's very straightforward, not actually at all straightforward. It's a mysterious disappearance of a man.
Of a man.
Okay. I found this story on Reddit a long time ago. I followed the Unsolved Mysteries subreddit, which, I mean, is a solid, fantastic subreddit. But this one specifically, I saw a long time ago, and it's been on my list for a while. But this is the disappearance of David Glen Lewis.
Okay.
So, David Glen Lewis, I'm just calling him David, was born in December of 1953. Pretty standard upbringing. You know, he lives in Texas, obtained a law degree from Texas Tech in 1979. He got married in 1982. His wife's name is Karen. They have one daughter. Her name's Lauren.
Oh, sweet.
Eventually moved to Amarillo, Texas.
Okay.
In 1986, he ran for a county court judge, which is like a publicly elected...
Ran for office?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about judges being elected for office.
It's a good point. I've thought about this before in the past.
Like,
we know somebody whose father was a judge in our small town.
That's right.
And just knowing their politics and how that would affect their decisions has always been a struggle. Not ideal.
It's not ideal.
Is my opinion.
I don't think a judge should have to worry about public opinion because they're supposed to be pretty well versed in the law, and they kind of that's their gospel situation.
Yes, should be impartial.
Be impartial.
I also don't really think I like the idea of somebody being appointed by someone else.
That's also very
because
fair.
Then we could have, you know, nepotism and all the things.
Yeah, I mean, the Supreme Court has definitely proved that being appointed by...
No, maybe a committee should be...
Maybe. Yeah, like you elect the committee and the committee... I mean, but even then, electing the committee is also...
Oh, God. Corruption. Anyway, okay, so David is a good judge?
David went up for election in 1986. Okay. Did not get elected for judge.
Okay.
It didn't really say if he was more conservative. All the kind of sources I've read, It was all just kind of like, this is what he did. He didn't get reelected.
Okay.
Type of situation. From what I've read, he did like criminal law, is what it sounded like. But I mean, all the stories I read were kind of just regurgitating the same thing.
Okay.
With this story, and so I was having a hard time like kind of doing like a deep dive into him, especially in his early life specifically. So 1986, he didn't win an election for this county court judge. He was described as a kind man. He was helpful. He was really big in the community. He was big in his church. Kind of that like quote unquote pillar of society type of situation. I read somewhere that he was really big into United Way and Boy Scouts.
Okay.
Which, take that as you will.
I know. I'm listening to
Boy Scouts always makes me like...
Very good podcast recapping the Boy Scouts documentary that has come out recently. I can't quote the name of it here, but...
Oh, okay.
I don't know it.
Just, you can't requote it because you don't know it.
I can't quote it here right this very second.
Okay, that's fair. But overall, it sounds like David just had like a very standard life. You know, kind of that quote-unquote American dream that us millennials can no longer attain because none of us can make enough money.
Right. Together. A man born in the 50s, he's living the...
He definitely is like peak white man situation.
Okay. David. Got it.
David. So David had a pretty regular life leading up to a specific weekend in January of 1993.
Okay.
And so the best way I found to do this is to kind of give you a timeline of the weekend. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to go over a couple other things after that.
Okay.
So, Thursday, January 28th. Imagine it. 1993. We were both alive.
I would have. It was the day after my sister's birthday. Like it was yesterday.
We were 6? 7? 6.
I'm born in 88, so...
You were 5.
Mm-hmm.
I was 6. Yeah. Because your birthday just happened, too.
I'm not lying. I'm gonna lie. I can't remember a thing about it.
I can't either.
Is it Saturday?
Thursday,
the 28th of January, 1993.
93.
Okay.
You can't put yourself there in that moment?
No.
No, that's fair. So, David, he's working at law practice now. He's working in private law because he didn't win this re-election.
Okay.
He leaves his work early, saying that he doesn't feel well. Kind of, I mean... I don't know. Lawyers seem like a crazy type of workhorses.
They do, yeah.
Not feeling well probably was pretty significant for him. So David leaves work early. His credit card is charged at a gas station. It didn't really see him for what. I'm assuming he's probably filling up his tank. He also taught governmental politics. So he had a night class. He taught his class and left at 10 p.m. That's one of the last confirmed sightings of him.
So he left work. We think he stopped at the gas station. And so he left work early.
He left work early.
Did they say what time he left work early?
It just said midday.
Okay, so maybe like between 1 and 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Be early. Okay, so he left in the middle of the day. When was the gas?
In the afternoon.
Sometime in the afternoon. Okay, maybe shortly after. All right.
Like,
and then
probably on his way home, I'm assuming.
What time do we know what time the class started?
It says it ends at 10 p.m.
Okay, so maybe like
a night class, like an 8
p.m.
night class.
Yeah.
Which is
even later, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
And so he was seen at the class.
Yeah, he was seen at the class. It's confirmed he taught that class.
Okay.
Because he was the professor at Texas Tech University.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, then, fast forward to Friday, January 29th. His daughter and his wife decided to go to Dallas to go do some shopping. And for context, Dallas from Amarillo, Texas is like a 6-hour drive.
I know, it doesn't seem like it's close at all.
So they're going for the weekend.
Okay, that sounds very Texas.
Yes. So they're going to Dallas for the weekend to go shopping. Yeah. I mean, it sounded like a pretty standard thing they did too.
Sure.
David decides to stay home because it's also the Super Bowl that weekend, which I'm just now remembering that our last story also had Super Bowl in it.
So strange.
It's not the same year.
I love it.
So Super Bowl 93, it was the Dallas Cowboys.
Did you look that up?
No.
You must have.
No, I did, yeah. So it was the Dallas Cowboys versus some other, like Dallas Cowboys was David's favorite team.
Okay.
So he wanted to stay home, he wanted to watch Super Bowl. His wife was like, okay, I don't give a shit about sports ball. I'm gonna take my daughter Lauren and go shopping for the weekend to
In
Dallas.
2023, the idea of driving into a city that was hosting the Super Bowl sounds like the maddest thing you can do. Oh, it wasn't in Dallas.
No.
Oh,
so the Super Bowls are never in.
Oh, that's true.
The
I don't know anything about sports.
They're always. It's like kind of planned. I'm not tell you like I know what I'm talking about, but it's always like planned ahead of
You're
time.
right. No, you're right. You're right.
They're gonna do it somewhere else.
Yeah, right. So it's fair.
Yeah.
No home.
But like Dallas
court advantage
was also probably still fucking crazy.
Probably people were probably wild
partying, and it's like woo football, blah, whatever.
Shooting some guns
in the air.
Sorry, no.
He's staying home to watch the Super Bowl specifically. Okay. That was his like plan for the weekend.
Sure. Keep it easy. He hasn't been feeling well.
Keep it easy. Keep it breezy. Wife's leaving with the daughter. So during the day, though, on January 29th, on Friday, after his wife leaves, she also said that she didn't see him that day. I don't know if that means she woke up, he wasn't there, or it was like he didn't come home Thursday night type of situation.
Okay. Oh, that is different. Okay.
It's very different. It just said that every source I read was she left without seeing him. But he was also a lawyer, and I don't know if it was common for him to sleep at his practice because he was doing some sort of case, or...
And he had a night job.
And he also had a night job with the teaching.
It does seem odd, though.
It does seem really odd to me.
I probably wouldn't take off if my husband didn't come home the night before. I wouldn't take off for the weekend. That's my life.
Yeah, so I think we're also in the era of cell phones.
Sure.
I mean, you have my location.
Yeah.
I share my location with you and vice versa. Like, we always kind of know where each other is now.
Sure.
We always kind of like, it's that easy contact with each other, which is great.
Then I would say it's even more alarming, probably.
It is really weird.
He's not home. If he wasn't home, then
Nothing was ever specific about that, whatever, from what I found.
Okay.
She leaves at some point, doesn't see her husband, assumes he's doing whatever he does. I also don't know what their relationship is like. So during that day, at some point, a church member of David's was at the Amarillo International Airport, and he claims that he saw someone with David's description, or like that basically looks like David. He looks like kind of like classic dad in the 90s, kind of the monk-esque like side hair, but no top hair, has some pretty thick glasses. I can show you a picture, actually.
Oh.
You can tell me if I'm correct about this. I mean, he looks like just everyone's dad at that time.
Oh, yeah. There's a side part. It's kind of pushed to the side. He does have those.
He's like that classic businessman from every, like...
aviator glasses.
Yeah.
But he is wearing almost like a suit and tie in this photo.
He was a lawyer, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Sure.
So there's nothing about him that, like, stands out, right?
Sure, yeah.
So this church member of his was at the airport, the Amarillo International Airport, and claims he saw David there.
At the airport.
Okay. He looked frantic. He looked a little bothered and kind of flustered. Was running through the airport without any luggage.
Wow, okay.
It was just
strange.
Like, it's very strange. And, I mean, this is never confirmed, so we don't know. But he knew him.
Yeah.
So it seems a little weird.
Right.
But he claimed he saw David right through the airport.
Okay.
That day, on Friday. Kind of midday.
All right.
Fast forward to 10:30 at night. Same day, Friday. There was an officer that was doing patrolling in downtown Amarillo and saw David's red Ford Explorer parked at the Potter County Courthouse.
Okay.
But David didn't have really any affiliation with this.
He didn't do any training.
I'm sure he probably did some sort of cases there.
So he could have been working.
It was 10:30 at night though.
Maybe earlier.
Maybe.
On a Friday.
On a Friday.
Is that where he worked?
No. He worked at a private law practice.
As a lawyer, I can imagine pretty easily though that he would have had reason to go to a courthouse at any given time.
At 10:30 at night?
No, I assume that it sounds like maybe his car would have been there earlier in the day.
Maybe, yeah.
And then this is just when the guy noticed it.
Yeah, this is when that patrol officer He was just doing like downtown
He
patrol.
noticed it odd that it would have
He
been there overnight.
noticed the red Explorer. It was
Okay.
like kind of that classic, very standard. We don't even know if it's his, honestly.
Oh, a vehicle that looks like
It's the red. It's same make and model.
Okay.
Red Explorer. It's like every suburban housewife
Mm-hmm.
in the 90s. I knew people growing up that had this Explorer.
Right.
Like the Eddie Bauer edition
Mm-hmm.
Ford Explorer with the leather seats, and it was that kind of standard.
Mm-hmm.
So he sees his car there. There's never been confirmed or denied if it was his. I mean, he could also run the plates, though. So I'm assuming if it wasn't suspicious, I don't know why he would run the plates.
Sure.
You know? So it's just an observation, essentially, at that point, of this Ford Explorer at the courthouse.
Okay. Possibly related.
Possibly related.
Got it. Okay.
Like, just some strange happenings on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
But no one's really voiced alarms or anything at this point, right? Because his wife is leaving.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't really, I don't know, maybe paying as much attention to the situation. Probably because, like, maybe this is just how he is. We don't know.
Right.
Next day, Saturday, January 30th. David's neighbors noticed the Ford Explorer parked back at his house.
Okay.
So either the Ford Explorer was there the whole time, or he was at the courthouse late at night, and then came back home.
Okay.
So there was a confirmed sighting by the police on this day, but we actually don't know what the sighting was. So Saturday, January 30th, was the last confirmed sighting by the police of David.
Okay.
But it's never been released, like, what that sighting is.
Interesting.
Another interesting thing he did, or somebody did on that day, is there was a $5,000 deposit into Karen and David's joint bank account on that day.
Okay.
Which I would imagine for any sort of like missing persons case, it's a withdrawal.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But it was a significant deposit, $5,000, into the bank account on that day. But they can't confirm it was David that did it, because this was 93. I don't really know if cameras at ATMs were a thing.
Right.
There's never been like any sort of confirmation it was actually David. So, now, Super Bowl Sunday, January 31st. Again, a sheriff drives by the Potter County Courthouse, and the red Ford Explorer is there. He also notices that the man matching David's description is across the street from the courthouse in the car, taking pictures of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We don't know if that's David, because obviously the sheriff isn't just going to stop and question the man. It was just an observation at that point, right?
Across the street?
Across the street from it.
Interesting, okay.
I don't know if that means he was taking a picture of the Ford Explorer with the courthouse behind it, or
how
vice
would you
versa.
know he was taking a photo? But okay, sure.
But he just said that he noticed this Ford Explorer, this red Ford Explorer, man taking a picture of it that matched his description. Yeah.
Okay.
You know. This was Sunday. This was Super Bowl Sunday. David's wife comes home later that evening, and she comes home to the TV being on with a VHS tape in the VCR recording the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It started at the beginning of the Super Bowl, and when she got home, the Super Bowl's over, and it was still recording.
Really?
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, a VHS tape is like a, how do I explain what a VHS tape is to like the youths?
Because I feel like you'd have to describe it like a video version of a very large cassette tape. And you would have to know what a cassette tape is to then know what.
You know what YouTube is? Imagine YouTube, one thing on YouTube, like a video on YouTube on a very large rectangular box that you stick into another rectangular box, and it plays the YouTube video.
Yes, the film is loaded into the small
You know what?
rectangular
Fucking
box.
Google a VHS tape. Anyways, she comes home. The VHS tape is recording Super Bowl. There are 2 semi-fresh turkey sandwiches in the fridge.
Okay. Do we know when she came home?
It just says in the evening.
On Sunday.
On Sunday. On Super Bowl
right.
Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah. So Super Bowl usually ends around like 7
Yeah.
now. I'm assuming it's probably the same time.
So she could have come home in the evening. Okay, so
Come home in the
we're
evening.
supposed to believe that he was at home on Sunday to start the video, the recording, and to make himself sandwiches in preparation, I assume, to watching
the Super Bowl.
You know, that sounds like a nice
Sunday
solo guy Super Bowl.
Yeah, a bachelor moment Sunday.
Treat yourself.
There was also treat yourself to turkey sandwiches.
Yeah, please. My husband's very simple. My chef husband would have made himself a turkey sandwich or a ham sandwich, probably.
See, I'd go for a nice cheese plate.
I would not be watching the Super Bowl.
I mean, halftime show.
Oh, that's true.
In the commercials.
That's true. I would have made a hot cheese dip. That's what I would have done for me and myself.
You do like your fondue.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay.
David's doing our version of that. What
Right.
sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
There was also a load of laundry in the washing machine that needed to be changed over to the dryer. Which is, so clearly,
He was home that weekend.
there was something going on either that weekend or that day.
And it sounds like he had plans to be back there.
Yeah.
Or maybe he didn't have plans to leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, at this point, Karen gets home. She kind of assumes he went to a friend's house
Mm-hmm.
at this point to, watch the Super Bowl, which
Okay.
seems a little weird
does.
because if you have all these, little things, your hot cheese plate, turkey sandwich situation, and laundry, also his wedding ring and his wallet were left on the counter in the kitchen.
Okay.
Which, I don't know if that's a sign. Like, if you leave something like that to your loved one, being, hey,
I don't know.
something's going down. It makes me, want to have some sort of, sign of, if I do this, I've been taken type of situation.
All right.
If I leave a necklace or if I text you
some
something.
kind of tell.
Yeah, some sort of tell of,
All right, we should establish the tell.
Yeah.
But
not on this
okay.
situation. But yeah.
All right, I hear you.
Yeah. That was my first thought. Is if he leaves his wedding ring in his wallet, it's like a, hey, something's going down
Maybe.
situation. Or it could be nothing. We don't know.
Yes.
So Karen kind of comes to this assumption that he went to a friend's house to watch the game and then went back to work after.
Okay, Karen.
Which is a little weird to me because, but also he's a lawyer, so I don't know.
No, they haven't spoken all weekend.
They haven't spoken all weekend, but they still cell
And
phones.
she didn't see him before she left.
She didn't see him before.
And he's not home when she gets home. I would be concerned.
I would be concerned too. It's
I
just
would be calling the friends I thought he hung out with to make sure.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not saying it's weird. I'm just saying that's what her assumption was. But it's also, maybe she's not one of those people that has anxiety where we always think that something's wrong.
Maybe.
Maybe she's like, oh, he just probably went back to work.
Okay.
Maybe he was deep into a case or something.
All right, I'm here.
I will say this right now, that there has been no sort of allegations towards Karen.
Sure.
Specifically.
Okay.
She has a pretty solid alibi. She was in Dallas the entire weekend.
Right.
There's hotels, there's receipts.
Mm-hmm.
She literally went shopping.
Okay.
So Karen did not do it in this moment. Even though it is weird. It's weird to just kind of assume all of this stuff, that everything's fine at this moment. Because I agree with you. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Curious enough to make a phone call, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we just have a very deep, deep distrust in people too.
Okay.
She assumes he went back to his law firm and went back to work. Like I said, he could have been well deep into a case. I couldn't find anything saying otherwise or that he was. It wasn't until February 1st, on Monday, when David missed 2 work appointments, that Karen started to realize there were some alarms that need to be raised.
Okay.
About him.
Okay.
Which, the fact that he missed 2 work appointments, and that's when she was, oh shit, something's wrong, kind of makes me feel maybe he was a really intense workaholic, and this was just kind of what he did.
But it has now been 4 days.
It has now been the entire weekend.
Where he's at.
Yeah. So she contacts the Amarillo PD.
Okay.
Says that he's been missing. She doesn't know for how long, but just describes the whole situation, and so they start digging into it. Besides the $5,000 deposit, which is a very weird situation on Saturday, he also, someone matching David's description, purchases a plane ticket going from Amarillo, Texas to Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is also very weird over the weekend. But this was a time before 9/11 where you didn't have to bring your ID to buy a plane
Did you
ticket.
say just a person flew from Amarillo?
No, they don't even know if he flew. They just
matching
know
his description.
matching his description, bought
Oh,
a plane
okay.
ticket.
Oh my god.
But there was also
frustrating.
a person that noticed him at the airport, right? Over the weekend.
This is so infuriating.
It's infuriating. It's also because it's in the 90s and you would assume that everything is easily found out in that era. Like, it's common era, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then a taxi cab driver came forward and said that he took David from a hotel in Dallas to Dallas International Airport on February 1st.
He said, I took this guy, David.
Yes.
Looking at his photo, this is the guy.
He didn't confirm it was his name, but he said that he remembered him because he seemed very nervous and that he paid in cash with like he had like a huge wad of $100 bills.
Okay.
Which, I mean, if someone to pull out like a wad of $100 bills in front of me, I'd probably remember them too.
Was this also a man resembling David? Or was
Yes.
Okay.
It was a man resembling David.
Okay.
On February 1st, this day, the police also found David's Ford Explorer, the red one, parked in front of the same courthouse that had been noticed twice over the weekend.
Oh, so okay.
So like they actually like go and investigate
Now
it
he's
now.
missing, and now they found it.
Yeah, now
Okay.
it's there at the courthouse.
And since that's where they found it, we can probably assume it had been there
At least once.
the other times.
The other times.
Okay.
But then also it was like noticed in the driveway at some point over the weekend too.
Sure.
So there was like back and forth at some
Okay.
point, right? Police open the car. It's open. The car keys are underneath the floor mat
Okay.
of the car. His checkbook was in there. Also, there were 2 gas credit cards in the car.
Gas cards?
Yeah,
Okay.
2 of them.
Hmm.
So essentially, he left everything in the car. Is what seems like it maybe left.
Strange. Or left the car for somebody else, maybe.
Left the car. I mean, somebody obviously found though too, in front of the courthouse.
It's interesting.
It's very interesting,
Okay,
right?
go on.
And then the police had Karen search David's belongings and asked if there's anything missing clothing-wise, and she said the only thing that she couldn't find of his were a pair of green sweatpants. There wasn't a suitcase missing, there wasn't any underwear, toiletries, like everything else was there.
I have a question for you. Because
Yes.
I always find this fascinating.
Yes.
Every time this topic comes up in a case,
Yeah.
I wonder, how the hell do you know what another person has? I'm impressed. I am asking you, would you know if a random item of clothing was missing from your own house?
Ooh.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't notice.
I don't think I would notice either.
Depending on the item, like maybe the shirt I'm wearing, sure.
I think it depends on something very specific that I would wear all the time,
My
for
husband
sure.
would never know if any of my shit was missing. He does not know what I have.
Yeah.
So I'm impressed. Maybe parents, like mothers.
Yeah.
Know
I mean,
what's
this is
missing in their
also early 90s, so maybe she was more of the homemaker's kind of role, and
Okay.
maybe she was the one that was like doing all the laundry and putting his clothes away, and maybe that's all she noticed that was missing.
Interesting. Anyway, I'm impressed with people.
I am
I'm
too.
always endlessly impressed.
For
but
sure.
It
Like-
crosses my mind every time.
But yeah, I mean, there's people, they would never leave without this specific thing. I'm like, how the fuck would you know that?
100%.
I would never know.
Or how did you know that like her pink sweater is missing?
Right. Yeah. Unless you're the one that's doing all the laundry and putting the clothes away. And you open the drawers, right?
Yeah, you have to be.
You have to be meticulous.
And also deeply involved in your family members'
Mhm.
items, much like most mothers and wives are.
For sure.
Okay.
Do you think you could figure out if some of Dave's shit was missing?
Not a chance. Not a chance. No, not a chance. I don't
Oh.
do his laundry.
Good for you. That's the thing she claims is missing. Regardless of it's being clothing, the fact that she's not, his toothbrush is gone, his eyeglass holder, his wiring, his wallet are still at the house.
The wallet is.
It's all very specific and significant in that sense, right? Which, I mean, I don't want to like shit on Karen, but all of that should have been a red flag to me at least.
Well, I think it is now, yeah. Or
Yeah.
what is it, Tuesday?
But it's always hindsight. It's Monday, right?
It's Monday, okay.
Yeah. It's always hindsight. You're like, well, I should have noticed this
Okay.
type of situation. So I'm not trying to rag on Karen. She just wanted to go shopping in fucking Dallas for the weekend and enjoy her time with her daughter. So, the investigation into this situation. It turns out that David, along with the plane ticket from Amarillo to Dallas International Airport, along with that plane ticket bought apparently by David, there was another plane ticket bought from Los Angeles to Dallas on the Saturday that he went missing. That was also purchased by supposedly someone that was resembling David. And they put under the name David Lewis as well.
A guy named David Lewis, matching his description.
Matching his description. Okay. From LA to Dallas.
Okay.
Which is really out of the way, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. So Karen, when the police were questioning her, she recalled that with David being a lawyer and a judge, he had in the past had some death threats. The police investigated all of those death threats, and it kind of seemed it was kind of all people who really couldn't coordinate or have the means or the connections to make a disappearance like this happen.
Okay.
So they're okay, this is probably not the situation at this point.
Okay.
There was also an investigation into the fact that he was a defendant in a conflict of interest case against his previous law firm.
Interesting.
Yeah, and specifically, he had some court case documents for that case, and he was the last person that was supposed to testify for this case, and he had documents for this case that have gone missing.
Any idea what the...
It just said conflict of interest between him, a couple other attorneys from the previous law firm he worked at, and a client. Conflict of interest is like a weird verbiage of that. I'm not really sure what that means, because I think a conflict of interest is someone works at the firm that you're friends with or you're related to type of situation. But his lawyer for this case said that this really wasn't, like, it didn't really make sense that he would go missing from this case because no one would gain anything from it.
Okay.
So there was, like, not really a reason for him to go missing for this case, essentially. So these two leads go cold, essentially. There was some chatter that maybe he was in like Arizona, New Mexico area, but all those leads also kind of are just not really substantial, and they kind of fizzle out as well. Essentially, the police decide that David left on his own volition.
Oh.
Like, he decided to leave. They stated either it was because he was still salty about him not being reelected to the county court judge.
Seems...
Yeah. Or some sort
like
of...
a stretch.
Yes.
Okay.
Some sort of weird connection to this case. Or that he wanted to, like, kind of start over again.
Okay.
Situation. Or that he had some suicidal tendencies. Which all of it seems like a stretch.
Right.
It kind of reminds me of, you know, there's always those cases of kids going missing and they'd be like, oh, it's a runaway.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, even if it is a runaway kid, they still are children and need to be fucking found.
Right.
It just sounds like they have no leads and they don't know what to do next, essentially.
Okay.
His family disagrees. They were talking about, you know, he was planning his daughter's birthday that was coming up.
Yeah.
He had, you know, he had made plans and the other person would, you know, he had things he was looking forward to. He had events and, like, talking about career changes and goals he had of his. Like, there was no, I mean, I don't know if signs is the right word for running away or having suicidal tendencies or iterations or anything like that.
No red flags.
No red flags, essentially. Because he was essentially a pillar of the community in a lot of ways. That was kind of how everyone described him. By June of that year, 93, the case essentially goes cold.
Okay.
So, nothing to go from there. Fast forward. Sorry, I took a pause drink in that moment. I was going to leave you hanging. Fast forward to 2003.
Okay, we're in the future.
We're in the future. We're in Seattle in the future.
Okay.
2003, a Washington State patrol detective named Pat Ditter wanted to invest this cold case he had kind of had been on his mind for a long time, called the Moxie John Doe. Do you know where Moxie is in Washington?
I have never heard of it.
Okay, so Moxie is a small town outside of Yakima.
Okay.
I think in the 1990 census, it had 800 people in it.
Yeah.
Very, very small town.
Yakima's very like rural.
Yeah, it had like a
Farming
pretty big boom from 1990 to 2000. I think because of hops, because they grow a lot of hops there specifically.
Okay, yeah.
And breweries are such a big thing up here, you know.
I believe we're the leading state in hops.
I think we grow like 95%
of the world's
hops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
Hops.
So this case specifically, the Moxie John Doe, is kind of what it's called. He used this fancy new tool he found called Google in 2003.
Okay.
And he just started looking up descriptions of people that were missing in different states and using various databases to try to find somebody that like kind of matched this John Doe that was in this city of Moxie, which led him to David Glen Lewis.
Do we know the circumstances of how they found?
I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
So, we went to 2003. Let's go back to February 1st, 1993, which was the day that he was declared missing by his wife. There were two motorists driving down State Route 24 in Moxie, Washington, that noticed a man walking on the center line of State Route 24.
Whoa.
In army fatigues and work boots.
Okay.
Just walking. It's like middle of nowhere. No street lights. It's farmlands, essentially. There's like nobody out there.
Is there like a base?
No.
In the area?
There's no, I think there's like training out there.
Okay.
Right? I think.
I don't know. I'd have to look at it.
I feel like I always drive past in Eastern Washington. There's always like some sort of army like base training out there.
Again, they have them all over the place.
They do.
I wouldn't know the proximity.
Yeah.
Of Moxie
So I think there's something like that in Yakima specifically. Okay. So 10:30 at night, these motorists drive past this dude like walking in this middle of the Highway 24 in Moxie. And I'm like, that's weird. So they turn around, which I would never do.
Yeah, probably also.
If I saw a dude walking in the middle of the night,
not a chance,
down a highway, I'd be like, well, that's weird. Gonna keep going.
Yeah, I'm just hoping he doesn't try to lunge at my vehicle.
Seriously.
Yes.
For the love of God. But these motorists are better than us. They turn around, they just start driving back towards him, because they're at least gonna be like, let's warn other cars that there's someone walking in the middle of the road. They come back, they find the man that has been hit by a car. He's deceased.
Whoa.
Yeah. So when they drive back, driving the other way is a Chevy Camaro.
Oh, okay.
No one really has been able to identify this Camaro. Like,
Sure.
They don't know if it was even involved.
Sure.
They come back, guys on the side of the road, dead.
Okay.
Hit and run, essentially.
Yeah, hit and run.
So the man is taken from the site, given an autopsy, like kind of pretty standard procedure for this type of situation. There are no drugs and alcohol in the system. And he's not wearing glasses, but he has glasses in his front shirt pocket.
Okay.
So we're going to fast forward back to Pat Ditter, the detective, and he looks up this Moxie John Doe. He looks at David, and he's like, okay, these guys look very similar, but the John Doe isn't wearing glasses. Okay. Thankfully, they keep all of that. They keep the army fatigues, they keep the boots, and they keep the glasses.
Wow. And
they keep a sample of tissue. And so he goes and looks and finds like whatever he can in storage, and he finds the fatigues and he finds the glasses. And he looks at the glasses like, these are the same glasses.
Wow, yeah. I mean, those glasses were distinct.
They're very specific.
Yeah.
And so he's like, okay, he's like, I think I figured out who this person is. Maybe. He contacts Amarillo PD.
Okay.
They get a DNA sample from David's mom, and they kind of match it, or they try to match it to the tissue sample. It's a 99% match.
No.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
He did find the guy?
He found the guy.
Via glasses and just Google.
I'm shocked. But we figured out where David went, but we don't know how he got there.
Weird.
Because, remember I said February 1st? February 1st is when he was declared missing. And February 1st is when that taxi cab driver said that, like, he took him to the Dallas airport.
Okay.
There's no connecting flight from Dallas to anything up in Washington at this point.
Like, I don't even know.
Also, even if he like was in LA, because there was also that plane ticket from LA to Dallas that was purchased, right?
There was no connecting flight that would have taken him to the Seattle area.
No.
Which would have been the closest airport.
It would have been the closest airport, but even Seattle to Moxie, Washington, is 4.5 hours from Seattle.
I don't know.
It's probably around there, 4 hours, 3.5. But then there's no missing car, because remember, he left his car, he left his ID, he left his wallet in Amarillo, Texas. I don't think, I mean, you didn't need an ID to purchase a plane ticket, but I'm assuming you need an ID to rent a car.
I don't know. I mean, I guess
in that
you're right.
era,
You do need an ID.
you need at least your driver's license, right, to rent a car. Even
Why
if
would he be wearing army fatigues?
That's another big question. Is his wife was like, he has never worn army fatigues. He doesn't even own work boots because he's a fucking lawyer. He was never in the military. He never served. So it just opened up this Pandora's box of questions, right?
So they know they found him.
They know they found him.
In the
It was a
circumstances.
99% DNA match.
And it took until 2003?
Took him to 2003.
Jeez.
Which is like, it's this interesting thing about cold cases is, yes, we have DNA evidence now. We can really solve a lot of these crimes and these unsolved cases of like people disappearing, but you need to find the person to connect the DNA to still.
Yes.
Like the fact that this man just took it on his own intuition to like start Googling and
You
like
have to have something to compare it
he had
to.
to something to compare it to, and he was
Right.
able to figure it out.
I mean, that was definitely deeply impressive.
Yeah.
Police work. And like probably kind of cutting edge. Well, I know 2003, maybe not as much, but
DNA evidence?
no, just like using Google and
Mhm.
spending the time.
Yeah, Google wasn't really as big of a thing as now, obviously.
No, not as now, but like we were in high school in 2003 and we were definitely Googling.
Yes,
so.
for sure. Even though we were told not to Google and use Wikipedia as a source.
Now you
Wikipedia
can-
is my main fucking source for
I
this,
think
by the
you
way.
can use Wikipedia now. Somebody tried to put false information on Wikipedia and it is flagged so quickly.
Immediately. It's peer reviewed. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's just like random average people calling out other random average people and their bullshit, essentially. Which is great. I love it. I love Wikipedia.
That's cool.
So, 2003, they figure out who this Moxie John Doe is, but there's still just this big, wide open case of what happened.
Yeah, what happened? Why?
So, the distance between Amarillo, Texas and Moxie, Washington is 1,660 miles.
Okay.
It would take 24 hours to drive it,
Yeah.
which is impossible with this timeline because if we're going by the taxi cab driver's,
Yeah.
testimony, he was in Dallas at that
So
point.
you would have had to fly there.
So he would have had to fly there.
Mhm.
He would have had to take a flight from Dallas to Seattle, get a car somehow, drive to Moxie,
Or
Washington.
hitchhike, or people
Or-
hitchhiking in the 90s.
Probably.
So, yes.
I can imagine, like, Seattle to Yakima, that's a huge distance.
True.
Unless I guess you hop in with a trucker.
Interesting.
But like, why Moxie, Washington?
Mhm.
This tiny farm town literally has nothing in it.
Okay.
It has 800 people, 814 people in it. Maybe like 820 at that point, because the 1990
Just in the middle of
census.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Roaming around.
Walking in the middle of the road at 10:30 at night.
Okay.
Like, there's just so many factors of this. It's just like, what happened?
What happened?
And so, the police are still kind of claiming that it was a suicidal ideation. Or he wanted to start over. But
How very bizarre.
it's a very bizarre starting over point, right? I mean, his family thinks, which I kind of agree with, that like he was either running from somebody or was taken by somebody.
Okay.
But there's still so many questions there.
Yeah, how'd they get him on a flight?
How they get on a flight? Did they drive? Like, how did they drive that distance in like that short amount of time? You know, if he was running, who was he running from?
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was like a theory I saw that like he was running from somebody because he basically left everything behind, like ran away because someone had threatened his family. He was trying to protect them.
Right.
But why middle of nowhere, Washington, Moxie?
No, that's not a plan.
It's not a plan.
Suspicious.
It's very suspicious.
Do you have theories?
I mean, I think probably my theory is he was running from somebody and was trying to protect his family. It kind of makes sense. I mean, even that doesn't make sense though.
Right.
It's kind of funny. I was kind of expecting to come across some supernatural-esque
Yeah, I'm like, aliens
theories.
is the only thing that
like aliens like pick him up and like a old-timey claw game. I was like, okay, bloop, and then bloop, drop it back here. This is right? I don't know.
Threw some clothes on him.
Just dropped him off.
It's just. Back up.
I mean, the army fatigues thing.
Very strange.
It's very strange in itself. It's like, why was he wearing those clothes?
I've got no.
And like, evidently, he was like had really bad eyesight. It's like, why was he wearing his glasses?
I know, and it does seem like if you've gone, maybe, you know, if you lost your mind, very organized, bizarro way.
There's a
where would he even have gotten the clothes?
Yeah. There's another theory about him having some sort of dissociative amnesia situation and like kind of fugue state. That's what I was thinking of. Where he basically forgot who he was and just left. But still, like, how did he get on the plane? Where did he get those clothes? Why is he wearing his glasses? You know something stupid I thought the other day? If you're a zombie, do you still need your glasses?
Like, do your eyes work better?
Do your eyes work better?
No. I just had LASIK.
You did just have LASIK, but like, do you think if you were turned into a zombie?
No,
like,
because I don't think your eyes, like, your eyesight is like has anything to do with your mental state. I think your eyesight is due to.
Aren't zombies just like vibing on like fucking vibes at that point?
They don't need the use of their eyes, is what you're saying.
I don't know.
Like, they're just going off of smell.
I have never seen a show that has zombies wearing glasses. You know? This is all theoretical.
I would say zombies don't need glasses.
Okay.
No, I think you're right. They're
just like a ghost, obviously, probably wouldn't need their glasses.
Instinctual. It's an instinct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You know, like. Good question.
It's really stupid. I'm aware.
It's very stupid.
But we have no idea how he got up there.
It's terrible.
It's sad because he was just this average man.
And his family.
And his family.
Never know.
I mean, at least they like know what happened to him. But it's just like it opens
just as many questions.
Yeah, it's just like this can of worms. You're like, how did he get up there?
That would just make you crazy.
It would.
Yeah.
It would. Like I said, his wife is totally. I think he just was taken by somebody, and I don't know why. Yeah. But there's also the big why. Why was he taken?
Yeah.
He was not in these sort of nefarious. Like I always think about like Jimmy Hoffa.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jimmy Hoffa was obviously like offed by the mob. I mean, where he is, that's the big question. But like we know like the why.
Yes.
You know.
This is a Teamsters thing.
The Teamsters guy, yeah. He's like supposedly buried in a stadium.
Oh, really?
He's supposed to be on the concrete of like a stadium somewhere.
What was it?
This one is it's just so random and weird.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Damn. That's really too bad.
Yeah. He was taken back from Washington and buried at like a plot in Texas.
Go ahead.
So he was like given his name back and laid to rest in a way that was probably pretty significant for him and his family. I imagine, you know, like not just like this faceless, nameless person,
right,
in Moxie, Washington.
I know, and that is, I guess, a blessing. Out of all of it, is at least there was like a place you found the body. It's not just like complete question mark.
Yeah.
No, you know nothing for
Yeah.
the rest of your life.
You don't know if they're alive or dead.
That's horrific.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of cases where
Mm-hmm.
you just never know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's better.
No, I mean it's awful both ways, but I can imagine
overall, it
that
just
you'd
sucks.
rather have. I've heard people say that like
The not knowing.
even if like we assume they're gone, just
Mhm.
having found them and being able to lay them to rest is meaningful. So at least they can have that.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Okay.
What was the officer's name?
Pat Ditter.
Pat Ditter.
That's it for this week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna think about that.
I know,
Honestly, thanks.
it's definitely been one that's been on my mind every once in a while. It pops up. I'm like, God, what the hell happened there? Like, we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening. For podcast updates and episode photos, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Grimly Podcast. Also, be sure to rate and review, and we will see you next week for another episode.